I came here to experience how people live here and what poverty is like and how can I help. And because of that, I was able to go to the orphanages and especially with your foundation and do some work there with you and donate some money and donate some time. And also I made sure one of the kids I'm going to send for 4 years to university, and it gives me immense pleasure. I was always a giving person in my life, but now this gives me an opportunity to do it physically myself, and I will be coming here often, trying to do some more work with the orphanage. And I also was very touched by looking at that floating village, that the family that we went to see. I mean, it touched my heart, and I couldn't sleep that night thinking about them, that they just had one mattress and 6 people living in that, and there was no space for anything in a boat. The grandma that we saw next to the orphanage, and she was really, really old and sick at 80, and I'm very grateful to God that He is at this time in age. I'm able to do so much, and I want to utilize my years as much as I can for helping these orphans and doing the right thing for people. But I have also experienced this life as a child. So it brought me back to my childhood, 7 brothers and sisters living in one apartment and with my parents. This brings me back home, the thought that to some degree I had forgotten, but to some degree I've always followed it through. And I do work for a lot of charities and fundraisers and all that. But this time, experiencing on my own, like looking at these little kids come to you running and want to hug you, and they want to play with you football and soccer, and you give them little gifts, and they are so excited about it. It brought me to tears. I couldn't believe it. And I'm really going to do what I can to come back here as many times as humanly possible for me, and at the same time to raise money, to raise funds, I will do my best. I would love some Canadians to come with me, and I can show them what it's all about, and then they will learn even more like I did. And also they would be able to help me to do the things right. And I would send the videos, pictures, letters, or whatever it takes to convince them that this is for real. I am so touched by this whole project, that I'm going to put my reputation online for that, which I don't do it very easily. And even if I can change 1 life or 2 lives or 5, doesn't matter how many, but if each of us thought of that, we could change, there would be no poverty. There would be no uneducated kids running around and not going to school and doing meager work. I felt like a kid there amongst those kids. And I felt that constantly I've been thinking since last 1 week, what can I do for them? That's the question I asked myself, and that's the question I ask community, my friends in Canada, my friends in USA, and my friends all over the world. And I would expect that they would do whatever they can, whatever little, big, doesn't matter. But even if it is the smallest amount they give to it, it's an amazing project.